waiting for the minister to come in. I think I have been asked by organizers to speak a little more on the context of the conference and before we close the inaugural session. At any point of time, we expect the minister to arrive. If it is not during the process of the conference, she could arrive and she could give her address. Normally, we organize this inaugural sessions to set the context for the deliberations during the conference, and that is the context. And as Meela Jaidev Garu, I think he has set the context for the whole conference. He has put a broader perspective of the sustainable development, and also within the broader perspective the climate challenge, and then how the state of Telangana has been in the forefront trying to address multiple issues, and how the India is also is taking the leadership in addressing both the sustainable development challenges and climate change challenges. I think, thanks Andy, Jaidev Garu. Then subsequently, we also had Mr. Dinami. He has introduced the JCM, and let me tell you one thing. We had Kyoto Protocol ratified in 2002. By 2005 onwards, the Kyoto Protocol based mechanisms to reduce emissions got activated across the world. India activated the first emission reduction projects and their approval before CDM Executive Board was even established. 2004, we have actually approved a certain number of projects. Till 2007, 8, 9, India was the leader in doing the CDM projects, and subsequently, in numbers, China has picked up. So, we continue to be second largest number of CDM credits generated under the Kyoto Protocol. 2015, Paris Climate Agreement got ratified by all the countries joining in, etc., etc. And this time we had a fantastic thing. Then US also came, which was not part of the Kyoto Protocol. So, with that being there, we are little significantly late, actually, not little late. 2015, we do not even have a single project approved by in India, okay, which can participate in the mechanisms, okay, that were envisaged under the Article 6 of the Paris Climate Agreement. I want to say that the JCM in the globe, it is not only about India, in the globe, much of the activity on the Paris mechanisms was not happening. And in that interregnum, I think the government of Japan took a real leadership, and JCM's ability to have completed with almost like 30 countries, India is the 31st country. With 30 countries, the cooperation agreements, almost imagined and structured and designed for Article 6.2, which was not yet articulated, but JCM foresaw that. Okay, so based on that, they started developing various projects in countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, including Ghana, and many other countries, South American, African, South Asian countries. It's a wonderful experience. It's a great pleasure to tell you that FICCI brought together JCM and Government of Japan and Government of India to discuss about JCM cooperation in Glasgow in COP26, okay, which is around 4 years ago. It is in the FICCI's pavilion in the COP26. Both the countries actually met, okay, to discuss about the cooperation agreement. It is better, it is okay late than never, but we all have come together. I think the cooperation agreement has been announced, and very soon we are going to operationalize the JCM in India. Thanks a lot for briefing us about the JCM and the JCM's experience, and also clearly realizing that in the initial days, the role that the JCM played has to be accelerated in not only in quantity but also in quality. It has to be entirely different as we are actually going nearer to 2030, and we are also signing the memorandum of understanding with countries like India. India has a challenge unlike all other countries. One is that we need to develop, and our economic progress is good, and our NDCs are deep enough. Our NDCs, that is NDC 2.0, which we have made commitment under Paris Agreement, we have to do by ourselves. Nobody will fund us to do that. We have to do it by ourselves. NDC 2.0 is quite deep as far as India is concerned. And very soon at Berlin, at COP30 or later COP30, we have to commit for NDC 3.0. So India has to do quite a lot of climate action without being funded by or without those emission reductions being transferred out of the country. We have to do it by ourselves. And that is one reason why India said that only 13 categories of projects that are listed will only be allowed to transfer credits outside the country. And JCM and many more such cooperation agreements with South Korea, with Singapore, with Sweden, etc., are in the annual, okay, which will all get signed, okay, to support action on those 13 categories of projects, and maybe a few more categories based on the experience of JCM, based on the experience of other countries, may be added depending on the structure that is there in our government of India.